Welcome back to Learning Bridge. Lesson 2. How we score in Minibridge. Before we start, let's look at what we learned last time. We discovered that Bridge and Minibridge is a partnership game for 4 people. The pairs are named after the compass points. North and south are partners, east and west are partners. We then discovered that the suits have a priority sequence. No trumps is the top of the sequence, followed by the major suits, those are spades and hearts, and then the minor suits, diamonds and clubs. We found that the honor cards, those are the picture cards, are given a point value. We call them high card points. Here are the honor cards in the spade suit. We give 4 points to the ace, 3 points to the king, 2 points to the queen, 1 point to the jack. That's 10 points in a suit. There are 4 suits, so there are 40 points in a pack of cards. We suggested a recommended way to sort your hand, and it's best into alternate colours, so either black-red, or red-black, red-black. And then within each suit, sort them into either an ascending or descending card value order. We learned that we take tricks and that we can play a trump, but in bridge we call that roughing. And then we played Minibridge and learnt that there are terms for the dealer, the declarer, the dummy and defender. And finally, we learnt that we could convert the number of high card points held between the 2 partners into the number of tricks they could anticipate making. And you should have downloaded a little chart like this one, which converts the high card points into number of tricks. So with 21 or 22 points, you could expect to make 7 tricks, whilst if you had 37 or more points, you could expect to make all 13 tricks. Finally, let's look at some tips on strategy. You should draw trumps as soon as you can get in to do so. When you play next after the lead, so that's the second player, you should play low, play quickly. But if the lead was an honor card, let's say it was the jack of diamonds, and you're holding the queen of diamonds, you should cover the jack with the queen. When you're playing in the 3rd seat after the lead, you should try to win the trick. A little later, you may look at a lesson, 3rd man does what he can. And a tip for the future, try to count the cards that are played in each suit. When we start, it's almost impossible to do, so just concentrate on the trump suit, and over time, you'll find that you're able to count down the cards in each of the suits. We'll look now at how we keep track of the tricks. Here's a trick being played. West has led the 7, north the 4, east the 2, south wins the trick with the king. North and south place their cards vertically to show that they have won. So winners are placed vertically. Meanwhile, west and east have lost that, so they play it horizontally. And after the first round, the table would look like that. After 6 rounds have been played, then the table would look like this. North and south have won the first trick, they've lost the second, they've won the 3rd and 4th, and they've lost the 5th and 6th. Scoring. You only score for tricks that you take over the first 6, and we call that first 6 the book. When you make 1 more trick, 7, we call that 1, 2, 3 is 9 tricks. And for each trick over 6 that you take, the majors contribute 30 points per trick, and the minors only 20 points per trick. No trumps is a little different. You get 40 points for the first trick, and 30 for each subsequent trick. If you bid and make game, you get 300 bonus points. So game is 300, but how many tricks do you need to make game? In spades and hearts you need 10 tricks. In clubs and diamonds you have to make 11. And in no trumps it's only 9 tricks. Let's look at some examples of game scores. If we make game in hearts or spades, then we have to make 10 tricks, 6 for the book and 4 others. So we call it 4 hearts or 4 spades. And we get 4 lots of 30, 120, plus we bid and made game, so we get 300 bonus points, a score of 420. We have to work a little harder in the minor suits. We have to make 11 tricks, 6 for the book, and then 5 in either clubs or diamonds. And that gives us 5 lots of 20, 100. And we said we would make game, and we did, so we get our game bonus of 300, 400 points. No trumps. 3 no trumps is game, so that's 6 for the book and 3 more, 9 tricks. So we get 3 lots of 30, makes 90, and then we get 10 extra for the first one, so that's 100, plus our game score, 400 points. Let's have a look if we make an over trick. We've made our 3 no trumps, but we made an extra one as well, so that's 10 tricks. So now that's 4 lots of 30, plus our 10, 130, plus our game score, 430. What happens if you either don't bid game, so you bid, let's say, 2 hearts or 2 spades, or if you don't make what you say you were going to? So when you don't bid game, but you make what you said, you get 50 extra bonus points. So if you said that you were going to make 2 spades, so that's 6 for the book and 2 more, 8 tricks, you would get 2 lots of 30, plus 50 for your part score, 110. If you fail to make your contract, then you give points away to the opposition, and you give 50 away for each trick that you fail by. So, if North-South said they were going to make 2 hearts, 8 tricks, and they only make 7, they give 50 points away to East-West. Let's bid and score this hand. To help you, the high card points are shown in the left-hand corner, and you will see that East has 14, West has 13, 27 points between them, so they gain the contract. They are going to play, and of the 2, as East has the majority of points, then they will become declarer, and that makes dummy West. So South will now lead, and they'll decide the lead. So what contract should East-West make? Well, East will decide that they have enough points for game, and that they have no long suit, so they will play game in no trumps. And their score, if they succeeded in making that, would be 3 lots of 30, 90, plus 10 for the first trick, 100, plus their game score bonus, 400. And if they failed, let's say they missed by 1 trick, they give a trick away to the opposition, and they give 50 away for each trick that they fail by, so they will give 50 to North.